firstly saying that Nelson Mandela said education. Okay, I must with that. Firstly speaking of Nelson Mandela said education is the greatest weapon. Well, the weapon is being misused, and it is being misused in a lot of ways. Starting with, anything given free has no value, never had and never will. The day education became free and the government became responsible and started paying money for school-going children in whichever part of the world, yes, whichever part of the world, it was the day that parents declared a holiday from taking care about their children's education. So much for free education. This fact here may sound odd to many, but it is the truth, and of course, what a shame. Another fallout has been that due to free education coming in place, the government has largely stood at a distance and barked, but have rarely cared to bite. We have the lack of monitoring mechanisms. I now come on how a parent and a child suffer in this case. When parents don't have to pay, they feel no stake in the school, no obligation to participate in the management, willy-nilly end up delegating their own children's responsibility, a mere responsibility of the concerned education department. Secondly, is with respect to the cost providing free education. Majority of the affected population benefiting from free education does not pay any kind of direct income tax and hence is not engaged in any fiscal contract with the education system. Moreover, it is eating up into the minimal resources of various countries. Free education means that everyone pays higher taxes. Yes, the resources have to come from somewhere. So you pay for something you don't benefit from. Thirdly, is the dynamics of the teacher and the student itself which stands affected. The student, nothing at stake, and teachers, no targets to meet. Martin Fisher said, and I quote, "The tragedy of education lies in two scenes. Incompetent teachers facing competent students and incompetent." Accepted?
You said if you give education for free, there's no value for it. Now you know the climate, right? It's so hot, right? So there are people dying of thirst. So for those people, you give water for free. You think they don't have value for that?
Ma'am, we're talking about survival. We're talking about education. Does education lead to death? Having no water leads to death. Martin Fisher said, and I quote, "The tragedy of education lies in two scenes. Incompetent teachers facing competent students and incompetent students facing competent teachers." This situation gets further aggravated when there's lack of monitoring mechanisms, or if I might put it across, non-existent teeth to bite. Now, if we may talk of developed economy, with the cost of living going up every day, yes, these people are called as fence sitters. You don't know whether they go left or right. Well-to-do parents are also pulling out their children from private schools, putting them in free government-aided schools, thus increasing the class size. And I would like to say that a child educated only at school is an uneducated child. Yes, that is what free education is done, with actually questioning the relationship between a parent and a child. Just to give you another facet of how I look at it, today, what the society needs is vocation-based education. Where does education guarantee you any kind of employment? We have engineers sitting without being employed. Not being employed, being educated, leading to frustration, leading to committing suicide. I also wish to state that, my dear opponents, you stand here not going against education for all, but when this very education is given free to all. And now we're talking about resources. In today's world, where it is so fine to even look for rich economies, to ask for free education is far-fetched. And let me talk about pragmatic approach. Yes, I might sound like a student of psychology, pursuing psychology. But yes, what pragmatic approach means is that we think of everything to be very idle, but everything idle is not achievable. And now all my opponents are sitting in this very bubble of comfort that yes, it's very easy to achieve what you want, but you need to burst that bubble, come out of it within reality, ma'am. Yes? And at the end, I would just like to say that we're living in reality. Fairy tales don't exist. Not everyone is Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. Thank you.